Hey guys, Sean Bougie, surplusfundsriches.net. I get this a lot. What are surplus funds? These are also called excess proceeds, tax overages, mortgage overages, overbids. There's a lot of different names for these. What exactly are they? Well, I'm going to be putting a link just so you know in this video, or if you're not watching it on YouTube, in the comments or description section, to a full 1+ hour free training video. But what are they really? Here's what you're going to hear online. You're going to hear surplus funds are created when a property sells at a foreclosure for more money than the foreclosing entity, tax if it was county, rather, if it was tax, bank, homeowner association, whatever, more money than what they were owed. They are owed to the ex-owner on that surplus funds list. So let's go over that again. This is the definition they give you. Surplus funds are created when a property sells at a foreclosure for more money than the foreclosing entity was owed. They are owed to the ex-owner on that surplus funds list. Nope, it's almost right. Difference can make and break you. Yes, surplus funds are created when the property sells at a foreclosure for more money than the foreclosing entity was owed. But they are owed to the last owner prior to that foreclosure. That may not be the person on the list you have. They could have sold it prior to that foreclosure. And the taxing entity or the foreclosing entity, such as the mortgage company, did not take that into account. It doesn't matter. They're foreclosing on the house. But it's important you know who the last owner was because that's who's owed the money. One final point. They're not owed to the ex-owner if there was additional debt. What some of these guys are actually saying online is if the property sells and there's more money, it's due to the owner, period. No, they're not owed to the ex-owner if there was additional debt against the property or against the owner at the time of the sale. If there's a $50,000 overage or surplus funds amount, there was an unsatisfied equity line or lien for 50,000 or more, there's no money due to the ex-owner. Understand that. The foreclosure extinguished that other debt's claim against the property, did not extinguish their priority claim with the surplus funds. So no, you don't just call the person on the list, strike a deal, and become instantly wealthy. There is no money fairy surplus funds. Doesn't work that way. I'm linking a free 1 hour training video right now. If you don't see it here, if you're not seeing this on YouTube, it'll also be in the description or comment section if you're not seeing, again, if you're not seeing this on YouTube. You have to check the Register of Deeds or Land Records Department to make sure the owner did not sell it prior to the auction. Okay. Make sure you're pursuing the right person. And you have to check if there was additional debt against the property or person recorded in the same county where the property was located, because that would have a priority claim to the money. Otherwise, you're gonna be facing someone that's not owed the money. If there was additional debt, it has a priority claim. Yes, it was kicked out, the foreclosure against the property. Okay, it has no longer has an interest in the property, but it still has a claim to the surplus funds. And if you don't know that, you're going to be chasing stuff you're never going to put together. A lot of people ask me why people get out of the business. That's one of the number one reasons. They're not doing it right. So how do you retrieve it? Well, what you hear online is you get the owner from that list to assign the surplus to you, or work as a finder on contingency. Nope, not always, and that's limited to only certain states. By the way, we always use attorneys. Some states require an attorney to motion for the funds. Some states allow the bank's foreclosing attorney, if this is a mortgage foreclosure, mortgage overage, they allow the bank's foreclosing attorney to also disperse the funds. So, no, they don't give you a list. And you're going to need an attorney yourself just to confirm funds with that attorney. They're not going to just talk to you. Okay. And many states heavily regulate what you can make if you're not using a structured buyout, which is what we do. Again, check our 1 hour training for more on that. If you're serious about starting a surplus funds recovery business, check our free 1 hour training linked at the end of this video or in the comments or description section if you're not watching it on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe, guys, like the video, follow the content, and comment. Hope this helps.